All right. I think we're Gucci, my dude.
Sweet.
Yeah, John. What's going on, man?
Nothing much. Working, skating.
Hell yeah.
Pretty much the same thing I do all the time now.
Yeah.
Work and then skate when I can.
That's sick.
Hell yeah.
How old are we? How old are we right now?
I'm 27. I'm going to be 28 in December. Getting up there.
How's that age going?
It's good. I like it.
Yeah.
It's so I stopped skating when I was like 20. So comparing it to then and now, I'm just more sore.
Yeah.
That's the only thing. I'll skate hard for a day and then sometimes take 2 days off depending how hard I go.
When did you start skating?
When I was like 9 or 10.
Yeah. What was it? What got you into it?
So I think the first thing that got me into skating was my mom's like neighbors. They lived below her and they had like a foundation tape. And this was probably like 2003.
Like foundation skateboards?
Yeah.
Sick.
Had like Corey Duffy and stuff on it.
Oh, sick. Duffel. Corey Duffel?
Corey Duffel, yeah. So that was the first skate video I ever watched. And as soon as I watched it, I was like, oh, this is sweet.
Do you remember the name of that one?
I don't, but it was early. Because I probably got in like 2003.
Yeah.
And it was, the first video I ever watched.
Maybe
so.
That's Life. I think they had that video.
It could have been, but I just remember Corey Duffel in it for sure.
Yeah. Were you a fan?
Yeah, that made me start skating.
That's crazy. Corey Duffel did.
Yeah, like that whole video, but it was sick.
Yeah.
The whole foundation team at that point.
Foundation's epic, and
Yeah.
Corey Duffel's epic, but
Yeah.
he has like a very distinct style and approach to skateboarding
Very distinct.
that
for
he
sure.
stuck out to you.
Yeah,
Is interesting.
Yeah.
That's cool.
but yeah, other than that, like that video was the first video I watched, and then just slowly started doing it. Took breaks here and there, but kept trying to do it.
So who skated downstairs?
So downstairs, it was, I don't even really know them. I just knew that they saw that I had a skateboard, and they're like, hey, check out this video.
Oh, that's right.
And they just gave it to me, and I looked at it, and it was sweet.
They did you a solid.
Yeah, it was definitely a solid.
Let me see if I can look up Foundation Skateboards videos, because there's got to be a list out there. I remember before Corey was on, that's like way before. Cocktails, that was 1992. I don't even know that one. That's crazy.
I feel like they were skating like San Francisco.
Yeah.
And they had like, the tight fits.
What time was this? Like 2000?
Probably like 2003.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's
when I got the tape. I don't know when it was out though. It could have been a couple of years older.
Yeah, because That's Life came out in 2015.
Yeah, so it was way older.
Yeah. 1992. There's so many videos. Foundation has put out a lot of videos.
And I want to say it's Foundation because of Corey Duffel. I remember him
I don't think
out
he
to
had
it
a sponsor before.
before that, right?
Yeah, I don't think so. I think
Yep.
that's where he made his name for himself. Oh, here we go. Skate video sites. Let's see what they got for a list. So, they don't even list. Oh, that's because it's that one. Okay. Barbarians at the Gate was 94. 2007, Cataclysmic Abyss. Corey Duffel was in that one. Does that look familiar with the fucking devil and shit?
A little. I think it was older. And it might not have been Foundation, but
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I don't know, just the style of the video makes me think it was. And Corey Duffel was in it.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. I don't think he had any sponsors before that.
Yeah.
That's cool. So, and then you just got into skating from that?
Yeah.
Did you have a crew? How'd you,
so growing up from like elementary school, no one skated. It was just me skating in the driveway.
Mm-hmm.
And then like middle school, high school, that's when I started meeting some people and going to parks, skating a little bit.
Yeah.
So
That's sick.
yeah.
Yeah, I started skating in New Hampshire. This kid Dale skated, and he needed friends because nobody skated in New Hampshire. It was not cool at all. And I was like 12, going on 13 maybe. Got my first board. And
Nice.
yeah, we just skated all over town.
Yeah.
That was the days where like you didn't drive anywhere. We were so young, We
Yeah,
just
you
had
skate
our board
everywhere.
and we just fucking skated for miles to skate like curbs and shit.
Yep.
And just have a blast.
Oh, for sure.
It was like the best time in skateboarding, to be honest.
Yeah, when you're just hanging out with the friends, skating nothing, but it seems like so much.
Yeah, it's just the act of doing it, getting out there, moving your fucking body, sweating, and you're finding shit, and like you're not gauging it off of anything else. It's just off your own day and your own experience,
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Yeah, and we just have a blast. That was before we knew. Although Dale always kind of knew, like he had subscriptions to all the magazines, so Transworld, Thrashers.
Yep.
Oh, you hear this?
I do hear that now. Is it picking it up?
No, I don't think so. I think they're power washing the actual garage right now.
Could be.
If you can hear that in the
on.
background, that's we got some work going on. I thought they were gonna do that another day, but they might be actually power washing. But I don't think it's picking up. So
Nice.
But yeah, Dale had every Transworld, every Thrasher. Back when that was all you had, that was like your lifeline to skateboarding, was those magazines and videos. He had every forum one. He had his mom. I think his parents were split up, and his mom like felt guilty. So, like, she, like, kind of spoiled him, you know? So Dale would just talk her into, like, every subscription of skate videos and magazines and shit. And I was friends with Dale, so I got a...
You got to look at everything?
Yeah, I got it. I wouldn't have got it otherwise, you know?
That's awesome.
Yeah. That was New Hampshire days.
No, I feel like nowadays, too, with the, video parts, magazines, it's so different.
Yeah.
It's like, I feel like people drop everything on Instagram, you know what I mean?
It's
and
fucking crazy.
Parts that come out are... I don't know. It's not the same. I remember back in the day, like, waiting for, like, Fully Flared to come out.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, we're all waiting weeks or months. And then it comes out and we're all on my buddy's couch watching it.
So much more impactful
You know
that
what
way.
I mean? Yeah, way, way different.
It's crazy because... like,
where you actually have to go to the store and buy the disc.
Yeah.
Or now it's just...
R.I.P. DVDs.
Yeah.
Dude.
No longer here.
And even magazines are, like, slim pickings. You can still get a Thrasher, but there used to be... Thrasher, Transworld, Skateboarder Mag, Slap. There was Strength. There was so many skate mags. I remember buying the skate mags at the grocery stores too. They used to have them in the magazine section and stuff.
Yeah.
Not no more. Not no more.
But when I started skating a year ago, I did notice like how many companies aren't here anymore. Like Skateboarder Mag. That's no longer existent, right?
Yeah, I miss the Skateboard Mag.
So it is crazy to see, what's still around and what isn't.
Yeah, print is just the tough one.
Yeah.
People still do it, but it's like, it's more just like, it's not your sole purpose of getting into it, you know?
That's
it's hard
for sure.
to do it now. It's hard to make any money off of print magazines, I guess. Even Thrasher, I think the majority of their profit is from clothing.
I was going to say clothing, yeah.
Yeah.
That's where a lot of people make their money now. And anything, like even like YouTubers, they make clothing just to sell it because they know if it sells, they're going to make money. You know?
It's tough, man. It definitely changed, dude. It was from videos, magazines, and then the internet came, and it's just fucking disrupted everything. It's good and bad with it, but what are you going to do, you know?
Yeah, it's definitely a good and bad. Can seem bad at first until you readjust, I could say, or everything readjusts.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
No, yeah. I'm weird because I'm in the whole thing. Like, I'm old enough that I got the videos, the magazines, and went through that whole thing to when the internet hit. And then, like, I knew that the internet was going to fucking change the whole game. And I saw it as a net positive because I was like, well, now someone like me could actually build a brand if I can build up a social following online and be able to market the brand. Like, now I could actually just run a skateboard brand myself without having to, like, go to someone and try to get sponsored by them to be involved with what they're doing.
You can kind of cut out the outsourcing.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
You can start your own thing if you figure out a way to do it, which is amazing. But it also fragments us as like an industry and as a community. It fragments a lot too. As much as it unites, it also fragments because before there was like the magazines and the videos, and that's how you knew who was the pros and what companies were and were doing it.
Yep.
Now it's like every town has like a pro or has like their version of a skate company. There's so many skate companies and pros, and it's like it's hard to know, like it's hard to see it all. First of all, right?
Well, now with the internet too, it's like back in the day it was harder to post. You couldn't post. Especially when you were like, 15, you weren't posting on the internet. You know what I mean? So it's like now anyone can just post. So I feel like you see that many more people that are good at it.
Yeah.
Where I'm not saying back in the day people weren't as good. It just was harder to see.
Yeah.
Because they're not posting on Instagram or on Facebook or anything like that.
And the opposite, it's like everyone posts, so there's just a sea of mediocrity too.
Yeah.
Of just like shit. So it's like hard to see what's good because there's so much you have to wade through just to see like the gems of stuff.
That is true too. You'll go through so many decent clips and you're like, oh, that was sweet.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It's a weird thing, man. It's a balancing act. I've always looked at it like as a good thing, though.
It definitely can be a good thing.
It's also just fucking poison, too.
Yeah.
Just like doom scrolling.
Yeah, just
everyone
endlessly.
does it. Yeah, you're just guilty of it. Can't help it.
Mm-hmm.
It's just it's like a new high.
Yeah.
And it's not even a high. You're just like fucking stuck in. You're watching shit you don't even care about, but you're just stuck in it.
You're stuck on the screen. Just
yeah.
Next video. Next video.
Facebook for me is like that.
Yeah.
I'll watch Facebook like it's a TV show.
Yeah.
And go to like the videos and the things and just scroll through it.
Yeah.
A lot of it is just
I'll do
cats
it too. I'll do it too.
Just watching cats.
Dude, a lot of people, everyone does it, whether your age, my age, younger. It's just the new norm, you know?
Yeah.
You get on your phone and it's just, it's easier than watching a TV show.
That's
you
true.
can just flip. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I feel like our attention spans now are shorter.
That's what sucks even about Netflix and shit is like...
It's hard to watch a movie.
Yeah, like... Well, it's hard to find the good shit.
Yeah.
I sit on Netflix sometimes and scroll and scroll and scroll looking for something.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I could watch that. Nah, I'll keep scrolling. There's something else.
Yeah.
There's going to be something better. There's nothing better. But I just keep going. I'm like half an hour in. I'm like, dude, what the fuck am I doing? Like,
Can't
I
find
just
anything.
shouldn't do this. Yeah. It's insane.
Especially with that, there's so many options now. It's like you go on and you're like, oh, that looks good. But like you said, you're going to keep looking for
You're
the
looking
next...
for the next best one.
Yeah, the next option where it might be there, might not be.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's fucking too much sometimes. That's why having a kid has kind of been a blessing, because having Wilder, I just like, it pulls me away from technology.
Yeah, for
Because
sure.
he's just in a moment, you know, and he wants to crawl around my house.
Yep.
So I'm like, yep, I'm just going to put my phone down and watch him crawl around my house, make sure he doesn't hit his head off anything. So I'm just like enjoying that, and I'm not on my phone, you know.
Wilder's one now? Or
He's going to be one in November.
Nice.
Yeah.
Dude, bet that first year flew by.
It did. It flew by. It's flying by. It's unbelievable. It's fucking crazy. And on the flip side of that coin, though, is I love podcasts.
Yep.
Because I like, if you find shows that you listen to, that you like the person, you can tell they're an honest person and they're very passionate about what they're talking about or interviewing and stuff. There's so many good shows like that. I honestly like that more than any of the social media things, Facebook, even Netflix.
Yeah.
Although YouTube, I've been jamming to YouTube a lot. I watch Outdoor Boys. You ever seen that show?
Yeah, I've seen Outdoor Boys.
Yeah, Elijah.
So
my little homie Elijah turned me on to Outdoor
That's
Boys.
awesome.
Watch that
Shout
a lot.
out Elijah.
Choo, 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 choo.
Yeah, dude, so many people have been watching that. Like, the last, I feel like it popped out of nowhere like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And, like, so many people will watch it.
Dude, Ultimate Dad. That guy's killing it.
Yeah.
3 kids, takes him out fucking fishing and hunting and shit.
It's crazy.
It's a legend.
In, like, the middle of Alaska.
Yeah.
Did you see the Everglades one?
Yep.
Yeah, that was
I've watched everyone.
That was pretty sweet.
I'm rewatching them just because, like, I'm like, yeah, this is better than fucking on my phone, you know?
Yeah. It's better than the TV shows they make.
It's so funny that it is.
Yeah.
This dude's filming it all with his own tripod and just, like, I think because it's just shit he gives a shit about.
Yeah.
He actually cares about what he's doing.
You can tell he has the knowledge, too.
Right.
I feel like that's huge because you know he knows what he's talking about to a degree, so you want to listen. You know what I mean?
And it's not, like, overproduced. It's not like he's, like, trying to be some expert. He's just a dude who, like, gave a shit about what he does, and he likes particular things, and he shares it with people in, like, a humble way, which is, like, pretty rad.
It is. It is.
It made me go back and watch Steve Irwin, the crocodile hunter.
Yeah, man.
Because I was like, I gotta kind of like catch the vibes on that, you know.
Yep.
And that's been cool. I gotta watch a little more. It's been a little bit. Yeah. What do you watch? Anything on YouTube?
Skate videos.
Yeah.
Podcasts.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Same.
I watch. I don't know. It's hard to find TV shows nowadays.
Yeah.
I'll like be scrolling through Netflix or something and just have my girl put something on.
My girl's always putting on shit.
Yeah, because
I'll
like
tear
try,
it apart.
and I'm like, yeah, just put something. And if not, I'm on YouTube watching skate videos or something.
Yeah.
So
I tear my girl's shows apart.
yeah.
She hates it, but then she secretly loves it because she'll put on some crazy, like, I want to marry a cowboy show or something like that.
Oh, for sure.
And I'll just, like, I don't ever watch that shit, but I feel like I have a pretty good judge of the characters and the people. So she'll turn it on, and I'll just be like, I'll start looking at the like, certain characters will pop up, and I'll be like, oh, this person's fucking this way because of that, and she's just doing that. And she's like, how do you fucking know that?
Yeah.
She is, but how do you know that? I'm like, it's so fucking obvious that they're fucking not genuine, you know? Like, so easy. Like, I just sum them up like that so fast, and I never get it wrong.
That's funny, too.
It's crazy. I don't even try. I just like she puts it on and I'll be barely watching and I'll like look up. I'm like, she's doing that for that. She's like, what? How did you know that? And then it happens.
Yeah, and just wait till the next episode type stuff. You know,
I'm basically a psychic.
That's funny
when it comes to those fucking girly shows.
Sometimes they're entertaining. You can't lie.
Oh, dude,
so entertaining.
When I try so hard to resist it because it's like fast food. You know?
Yeah. Oh, 100%. That's a good way to put it. It's like fast food, where you get stuck watching an episode, you're gonna be actually watching it.
Yeah, like, and they know what they're doing. They produce those shows so people talk shit on them, and they fucking script the whole thing. It's like scripted reality.
I feel like talking shit on a show is good. It's more, it's more
funner.
It's more views. Well, for them, they're people are talking about this. It's just more to talk about.
Any press is good press.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's necessarily true, but for views, it is.
Yeah, this day and age, it probably is. Yep. Even with our politics, it's like politicians don't even give a shit. They're just like, they're saying the craziest shit, whether they makes them seem like they have a shitty character or not. They'll just say shit just to get reactions from the wave of the people to draw attention, you know, like misinformation.
I was just wondering if that got picked up. I don't think it did.
I don't think so either.
Nice. Doing good. Good.
They're literally power washing the side of the fucking warehouse right now.
That is crazy.
These mics are fire, though. That's why.
Just got to keep them close, and you're good.
All right, so we got derailed a little there, but that's okay. That's okay. You got into skating at what age?
Like 8 or 9.
8 or 9, and then...
I skated till I was like 16, then stopped a little, then started up again till I was like 19.
What made you stop when you were like 16?
I don't even know. I'm not going to lie. I think I was just smoking weed. I'm not going to lie. I think I was just smoking weed and just...
Is that when you what the age you started smoking weed?
Yeah, probably around 15, 16, something like that.
I feel like weed would make me want to skate more. It does make me want to skate more.
Depending, you know. At that age, I feel like it made me slow down a little bit.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, like I didn't really smoke that much weed when I was younger.
And then I skated when I was like 18, 19, pretty hard for those 2 years again, like getting back into it, like doing it every day, learning new tricks. And then I started working, and then I started my company like a year and a half after I started working. So then it was like from 21 to 26, right before I turned 27 last year, I just didn't skate. So I took like a good 7 years off.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And damn, you started working, and then how long until you started your own business?
So I started working at 19, and then like a year and a half after. So by 21, I started my own company.
Wow.
Doing lawn care. Okay,
so that's what you started with work?
Yeah,
your first job
I was working at a landscape company, and then worked there for like a year and a half, learned everything I could, at least everything I thought I could know, you know what I mean? And then just started doing it myself. You
felt comfortable enough to go out on your own, though?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Especially with the lawn care side, you know, there's definitely other things that take more time to learn, like the hardscapes and, you know, all the big construction projects. But as far as lawn care, I feel like I had it pretty down.
Yeah. And how'd it go?
Pretty good, yeah.
Right off the bat?
Yeah. I've been doing it since I was 21, 27, going to be 28 now.
Wow.
Steady, moving, plenty of clients.
Did your parents, what'd your parents think of that? Because, dude, 2 years of doing anything, and being young, it's like most kids don't even know what the fuck they want to do, let alone are focused enough to start their own business.
For sure.
And do the work of, learning to communicate with people and fucking showing up on time.
One thing I will say, you saying that, it's all people skills. Yeah. Even if you suck at the work, if people like you, they'll hire you.
Yeah.
You know, being good at the work is just so you get more clients, you know. But people skills is automatically what you need, you know. Just talking to people. I'm sure you deal with this with selling boards and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
You need to be able to talk with people, relate.
Yeah.
But no, at first my parents were, my dad owns a construction company. So he's always worked for himself and owns a company. So at first he was like, you should wait a little longer. And then the work started coming in. So he's like, fuck it. Keep doing it.
Get it.
Yeah, get it. The work came in. So, but definitely they were nervous at first.
Yeah.
Any 21-year-old were like, I'm going to quit my job and invest everything I have into buying a lawnmower or some shit. They're like, might want to think twice about it, but it worked out good. So.
Well, it's good.
Also, I grew up on Cape Cod.
Yep.
So that's where I do all my lawn care. It is a crazy business down there.
Yeah. Oh, there's a lot of work down there.
A lot of work.
Yeah. What made you? Were you always like that? Were you just focused and knew you wanted to work? Because a lot of kids don't,
No.
or people just don't know what the fuck they want to do, and
No.
they avoid work at all costs, let alone
No.
start their own business. That seems like a trap at some point.
Yeah, for sure. At first, I didn't have any clue. I had to get a job because I needed money. I'm sure that's how everyone starts their first job out of high school.
Yeah.
So I started working at a company. Then I liked it, and there was the company. Luckily, I worked at was a really big company. It was like, they had like 60 trucks, 120 employees.
Wow.
So it was more than just landscaping. I learned like the paperwork, a little bit of the business while I was there.
Was that just on your own, paying attention to what was going on?
Yeah, just paying attention. So I feel like that helped a lot too, where, when I went out, I understood you can either have a big business or a small business, and a small business is definitely going to be a lot smoother and easier to run.
Yeah.
Versus, trying to start off with like 4 trucks and trailers and shit and then hiring people. That's crazy.
And people do that.
People do it all the time.
It's like the top up approach instead of the bottom up. It's
Yep.
like start at the bottom, work your way up.
For sure.
Yeah.
And like since I've been doing it, I've noticed, certain years I'll have a couple trucks, couple guys. This year I downsized a bunch, but the economy was kind of shitty.
Yeah.
Just a little slower. But I like that I'm at the size where I can still go small and get big, where it's not really messing anything up.
Yeah. That's awesome.
So pretty good.
I like that too. Like with my approach with All I Need was like start at the bottom, learn the ins and outs, and make it so it's sustainable.
For sure.
Because that was like my worst fear. It's like everyone wishes for growth and success and tons of money and all of your dreams to come true.
Yep.
But the reality of that is if it comes before you're ready, you're going to fail because you're going to drown in that success and you're not going to know how to manage it. Like you learn to manage success through starting at the bottom.
Yep.
And then so that's what the skateboard thing was like, okay, let's start at the beginning. Learn to take care of one account.
Yeah.
Be good at it.
Exactly.
And make a skateboard and get the product out the door and like
what you just said was huge too. Manage one account and get good at it.
Yeah.
What if you have 5 and you're bad at all of them?
Yeah, you're just
going
to
fired. Not
going to get any repeat business, and you're just going to have people spreading fucking bad information or bad rumors about you or whatever,
Yeah.
Like that business sucks, and you're just fighting an uphill battle.
And word of mouth is key.
Yeah.
Especially, with a smaller company like in areas like this, because I know with you, you're a lot more worldwide in a sense, nationwide. Like your boards go everywhere to a degree.
Yeah.
But if you're like a local small company in one town, treat the customers good, because they will talk shit or talk good about you. So
absolutely. And that's where we started with All I Need. We started with just like Solstice carrying our boards.
I remember when you guys didn't have boards, you were just t-shirts.
Yeah, exactly.
That's like, I remember that. And then when I started, I was like, wow, this is actually like a big company now. And I say big because before you guys were just selling t-shirts. Now this is sick.
Yeah, from what we mean, we have our own building.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
We're independent. A lot of skate brands out there that you think are like the biggest brands, like they're beholding to someone.
Yeah, someone owns them and
owns their building, owns some piece of their pie, funds them or whatever. Like I've built this up. We're to the point where we're fully independent, and it's successful. Like we're selling boards and keeping it going.
Good boards.
Hell yeah.
Good sweatshirts.
Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, repping the apparel. Thank you, man.
Hey, great quality, though.
Yeah, we talked about that before. Yeah, it's just, the key with apparel is just to make quality goods. You like shit you would want to wear and make sure it's going to last, because people spend their money, and if you give them a shitty product, they're just not going to come back, and they're not going to be impressed. And so if you make something quality and they spend their money and they don't feel you ripped them off, like, and you just keep going, they'll come back for it.
For sure.
I'm like that. If I find something I like that I know is good and lasts and it's like fair price, I'm going to keep going back,
Even if you compare it to like, you have good quality with sweatshirt A, bad quality with sweatshirt B. If sweatshirt A is better quality but say $15 more, are you really going to not pay it?
Yeah, I'd rather pay
it. That's what I'm saying too.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. Because you know what you're going to get, and it's worth the extra money,
For sure.
I'm always like that. My girl is like always trying to save $1 on these things, and I'm like, you're going to do all this work to save $15. Yeah. It's like your time's worth more than that. You could make that way more than $15 in that hour you're doing researching to save $15,
For sure.
That's not really with the quality thing, but she just likes to save.
Yeah, no, I do know what you mean, though. It's like
she's just looking for savings.
You look for the deal, it takes a half hour. It's like, time is money.
You could have made twice that amount of money if you weren't looking for that savings, dude.
Yeah, for sure.
She loves it, though. It's like I don't know if all women are like that, but a lot of women I feel like are are definitely like, it's like a game to them to see
the best deal they
she
can
always
get.
wants the best quality but at the best price.
Yeah, I definitely know what you mean.
I'm the type that's like, if I find something I like and it's like, even if I have to pay that 20 extra, I'm just paying it because of my time. I don't want to spend time like trying to find something equal that's a little cheaper. If I find it, I know I like it, I'm not going to do all that research. It's just too much. You know?
Yeah, for sure.
So funny. Yeah, I mean, I learned all that just from the ground up approach though. Like starting with t-shirts, my first running t-shirts. Luckily, I already knew a lot of this because I rode for Birdhouse, Zoo York. Zoo York was where I learned a lot about apparel because that's where they made the brunt of their money, was selling clothes. Like Mark Echo owned it, and they were selling tons of clothes through Macy's and stuff. So I saw the levels of quality of what could be made, you know?
Absolutely.
When a brand's that big, they have all tiers. They'll have like the price point, they'll have that upper tier of apparel, you know? So you can kind of see what's made out there and where you want to aim, you know?
Yeah.
And with a skateboard company, you know, we're not doing like cut and sew and stuff. We're doing mostly just like t-shirts, hoodies, hats, beanies, like simple. Keep it as simple as possible, make great designs, but I don't go for like the lower tier. I want the on the higher tier where I can still price it affordable.
Absolutely.
But it's quality, you know? You know it's going to last and it's going to be a good thing, you know?
Yeah.
You probably learned that through what you're doing as well, you know? Just making sure. What's your give me a list of what you offer with your company. Like what's your
so we offer spring cleanups.
Which is?
You know, picking up all the leaves in like March, April.
Yep.
Spring cleanups, fall cleanups, mulch, edging, patios.
Are these all separate things or is it like a package deal?
It's all separate, but what we do ask for a client, because we don't just hire anyone, we need a spring cleanup, a fall cleanup, mulching once per year, and then mowing at least bi-weekly all season. So if you do those 4 things, you can be on our list.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
you are in a good area then.
Yeah, if someone just wants mowing, we'll unfortunately pass it up because there's not really much money in it.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
So it's like we look for mowing, the 2 cleanups a year, and then at least mulch once a year, because then we know we're on the property all season making enough money, you know?
Yeah.
Which is huge.
And it's probably nice to know, like, you have control. It's not like you're coming back to a property and they had someone else there doing a different part.
I hate that.
Yeah, it's probably so
I hate
annoying.
That.
Feel like you've been cheated
It's like, say I'm mowing and someone's like, oh, we hired them to do a patio. I'm like, why? You know? So yeah, that stuff does happen, unfortunately, but it's part of it.
Yeah. So what got you back into skating?
Honestly, just boredom.
Yeah.
Like I would work and then just do nothing after work or go to the bar or something, and it was just, you know, I was getting into trouble. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Not too much trouble, but
what's some trouble?
I got arrested and then fucking lost my license.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, so that put me back because I own a company. So, like, it was like, fuck. And then after that happened, I slowly just started skating, not even thinking I was going to do it all the time. Just something to do after work so I wasn't doing dumb stuff.
Yeah.
It's the best way to put it.
It's easy to get into dumb stuff, especially if you work hard a lot and then you're just kind of pent up because, you know, what's that saying? Sure. Like, all work, no play, right?
100%.
Yeah.
And that was me for a few years. All work, no play. Everyone around me, my parents, my family members were like, you need to find a hobby again. You can't just work. Where, yeah, it's great. You make money, but then, like you said, you got all that pent up energy and you're going to blow up eventually if you do that.
Yeah, I feel like humans are naturally squiggly lines.
Yeah.
You know, like work is like very regimented and like boxed in, like orderly. Like you want everything to run smooth. It's a system, you know?
Yeah.
But
for sure.
as an individuals, we're like creative, spontaneous things.
Yeah.
We're squiggly lines. We're energy, you know?
Yep.
And it's like if you're just one thing all the time and you just want to break all those lines.
Yeah. So started skating just randomly, and then I honestly think I went to Sandwich Park like October last year, like right when I started skating again.
Yeah.
And I was like, couldn't flip my board around because I haven't skated in 7 years.
Oh, that's sad.
So I was like, oh, I'm going to just skate rails because I can ollie still. I ate shit on a rail.
That's gnarly.
And it was a bad fall, but I think that's what really made me keep skating. As weird as it sounds, I fell and I was like, oh shit, I'm better than this.
Yeah.
I can skate better than this, you know?
That's rad. So it probably became a challenge again?
Yeah, like after that fall, I was like, I got to get better.
Yeah.
And then once I started doing it for like I feel like 3 weeks of doing it, it's just in your brain. It's in your brain.
I see. So you were like at a level here, and then you came back and you're rusty as shit, and you tried to get back to that level.
Yeah.
Took a slam, and then you're like, all right, so now I need to keep going so I can get back to that level.
Yeah,
Makes sense.
At least close. Like I was like, I gotta be able to do the shit that I used to think was easy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
that's good, man. There's so many. I hate to say it. There's a lot of people that come up to me or online that are like, man, I wish I never stopped skating. I used to be able to do that, and like now I think about getting back in, and like I'm not going to be able to even come close.
Yeah.
Like
that's honestly the worst thing you can think about.
Yeah, and it's
not true. If you actually
true.
want to skate, because it's like, if you want to skate to be like professional, that's whatever. If you want to skate to have fun, just go have fun. You know what I mean? Don't look at like, don't compare the next person or your old self. Just go out and have fun.
Yeah, and it's not true. It's like all those thoughts of like I'll never get back to where I was or I'm going to get hurt. It's like go in with that approach that John was just saying. Like go in just having fun, getting your heart going, breaking a sweat, maybe say hi to some people skating, and then it's all going to flood back fast because you built that muscle memory initially. You built that all in your body. It doesn't just fade away.
No.
It might be rusty.
It takes a minute, but you'll get it back.
Yeah.
For sure.
A lot of it is just getting your cardio up and like enough balancing on your board to like allow it to stabilize again, you know?
It was so I feel like it was cardio and then my legs and then balance. So like the first like month skating again, even a light session, my legs would kill.
Yeah.
Because I haven't used the muscles in so long.
Oh yeah.
So that but after I got, I'd say a month in, got that much easier. You know what I mean? Where the cardio's back. I say back because skating is a lot of work.
It is.
I've noticed that now. I'm like, oh, skating is an exercise.
It fucking is, dude. Yeah. It can be anyways. Some people just don't even get into it, but if you really want to do certain things, you got to be a bit of athletic. You know?
For sure.
You got to be able to fucking be able to work your ass off on certain tricks, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah. That's cool. Yeah, I just I always feel bad when people say that because I'm like, you don't like, you've just forgot why it's so fun. You got to just go hang out with someone and roll around. Like half of skating is just hanging out.
That's huge too, because like when I started again, a couple of my buddies, one of my buddies, Christian Kenny, I think you know him. He was skating when I started skating again, and
talking to that mic.
Sorry, yep.
It's all right.
Back when I like stopped, I didn't even skate with him because he was just starting.
Yep.
So it's like then I started again and he was skating and he kept me skating so much because he was just like, let's skate. So all it takes is a text message. What are you doing today? Let's skate. And it would honestly at first days I wouldn't skate or didn't want to skate. I'd be like, all right, I'm gonna go skate today.
Yeah, that's the way to do it. Just force yourself out.
You need the homies for sure. It helps out.
Yeah, it definitely does. There's some of my best sessions are that. Like, I don't even want to skate. I'm, like, having a bad day, and, like, I'm just not going to skate. But then someone talks me into it.
Yep.
Then get out there, and you're having a laugh, and you're fucking exploring, and you're like, thank God for friends, and this is skateboard, you know?
Oh, for sure. For sure.
Changes the game, dude.
It does.
When I lived closer to Edge, I would go to the Edge, even when I didn't want to skate. Just because, just watch, cheer people on. Mm-hmm. It's like the best feeling. You still feel like you're doing the clips.
Oh, for sure.
Clips. You feel like you're doing the tricks.
Yeah.
I do. I feel like that. And that's how I got into filming. Was like I got injured and stuff and I couldn't really skate as much. So I was like, fuck, I need to be around skating. So I just end up at the park or wherever or going out on missions. And I felt useless. But I was like, I can film, you know? So then I just started filming like crazy.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
Do you enjoy filming now?
I do. I love filming.
Hell yeah.
It's like, I've always loved it. Like, once I started, I was like, this is the best. I had people always were trying to get me to get some crazy cameras and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
And I've gotten, like, I got the VXs and stuff. And the first All I Need video, I filmed on a VX that I bought. Like,
oh, nice.
It was the one that came out on DVD and never went online.
The first one.
Yeah, just self-titled All I Need.
Yep.
My brother has a part. He shares a part with JV from Solstice and that.
Oh, hell yeah.
Skate to the fucking Beatles.
That's sweet.
Yeah, the first All I Need video I dropped when I rode for Zoo York.
Yep.
And Zoo York, I just had all this extra footage.
So you just put it into that?
Yeah, they weren't going to use it. I had 8 minutes of extra footage on top of my State of Mind part. You ever seen my...
I have, yeah.
Yeah, so I had that...
That's how I, like, really knew you, State of Mind.
Oh, sick.
Some Knuckles.
Yeah, hell yeah. And Zoo York is, like, it was the ultimate East Coast company.
It was.
Fuck, it's such a fall from grace.
For a while, those are the only boards I skated. From like, I don't even know what age, but when I was like 10, 12, 13, those are pretty much the only boards I skated.
It's so sad to me what's happened to Zoo York.
It is crazy.
I don't know who owns it, but if you're out there, if anyone hears this that has any connection with Zoo York, please hit me up. We gotta, like, whoever's running the Instagram doesn't skate. The captions clearly point out that they don't skate. And the shit they post is like, you know when someone posts a skate photo and it's
yeah.
like the worst timing on the trick?
Yeah.
And you're like, this is clearly no one knows. Someone who shot this photo does not fucking skate.
Yeah.
Because they got like the kickflip at this weird fucking point where no skater would be like, yeah, that's the catch.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, dude, the Instagram breaks my heart, especially from how epic, from mixtape days, that video, the mixtape, where it's like, to where it's at now, it's so sad to me.
Because I remember when it was, if I'm not mistaken, it was you, Westgate, Donnie Barley, obviously other, but I remember that stage. You guys were all at the same time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was awesome.
How that worked out was we all rode for Birdhouse together before
and then you went there. Yeah. That's sick.
So I'll give you a quick rundown of my skateboarding career, whatever you want to call it. It's weird to say that in skateboarding. Like, skateboarders don't look at what they're doing as a career.
I know what you
Most of them. Nowadays, they probably do. Like, all these athletes in the fucking contests and shit like that.
Fucking Olympics and shit.
Yeah, they're probably, like, career-minded. But, excuse me. My first sponsor was a skate shop, Solstice Skate Shop. And then from there, they hooked me up with Fibro.
Nice, Fibro.
Yep. Small New York company at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And then Fibro helped me get in touch with Deluxe, so I was getting Spitfire and Thunder.
Oh, nice.
Got to go out there, hang out with Mickey Reyes and Jim Thiebaud, and stayed at Dennis Busenet's house with my friend Dan and stuff.
That's sick.
But, so Solstice, me and Brandon had been friends forever because Westgate was we both lived in Wareham.
Yep.
Like right as he started skating. He was like my little brother.
Hell yeah.
And, I ended up introducing him to Fibro too, so we all ended up on Fibro, me and Brandon. And I met this filmer and my friend Seamus Deegan. He was kind of the brains behind the whole operation. Seamus Deegan, he's the man.
Hell yeah.
And he was the filmer, and then he turned into team manager for Fibro.
Oh, sweet.
And he was the filmer team manager. And then what happened there? So Fibro, then Birdhouse. Donnie Barley hit me up. I was like, do you want to ride for Birdhouse? Like, out of the blue. I was like, Tony Hawk? Like, you kidding me?
Yes.
Like, what the fuck, dude? Yeah. It was hard. It was like breaking up with a chick.
Oh, yeah, like, leaving Fibro, going there.
Yeah, because Fibro is so homegrown.
Yeah.
Like, literally, Steve Rodriguez, shout out. He's like a father figure to me. He's one of the greatest dudes. An epic skateboarder and human. And he took me everywhere. Like, my first trip was from the projects in New Bedford to Japan with Fibro. They just like took me from the projects, literally, and flew me out to Japan on some skate trip.
That's awesome.
Like, that blew my fucking mind, you know?
Yo, for sure.
Yeah, so Steve did a lot of cool shit like that, and I'd go to New York and stay at his place. Like, he owned the company. I'm sleeping on his floor and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And he would rent vans, kind of like what we're doing with All I Need. I bought the van, but he'd get the van, and he'd do these tours through the Midwest and stuff, and we'd hit all these... Word of mouth was one of the videos. Like, he built me up, you know? Like, I drove and did so many demos with Fibro that, like, I knew every shop owner. I knew every kid. We did a demo. I sweated with all these people. So, like, it built me up as, like, more than just a good kid at a park. Because there's a million good kids at a park.
For sure.
But there's not that dude who's traveling around with the company building him up, you know? And Fibro is great at that. They would take talented people and help build them up, word of mouth, like actual, not like followers and likes and superficial shit that's kind of fake, but like go break bread. We would skate with the fucking people it would be a parking lot demo in fucking Hackensack, New Jersey, and we would skate with 40 kids. The shop would be there, and we would fucking peel out at the end of the demo, and we'd fucking have laughs, and like there would be a fight breaking out somehow, and they would have to break it up. We'd do a product toss, people wrestling. Gnarly skateboarding would go down, and like Steve and Nardelli, who ran Fibro at the time, were just super crazy outgoing dudes, so they would just like yell fired up and fire everyone up and get the whole thing. Awesome. It was a fucking show. We do this all up and down the East Coast into the Midwest, and then we'd eat with them. That was like his policy. Like we skate with them, and then we break bread after. We go with the shop and like whoever they want to bring, their team or whoever. And we go to like some random fucking pizza house and fucking 30 deep. And
That's sweet.
Yeah, and just have this meal after we're still all sweaty and bloody from the demos.
Yeah.
But it was like this experience, you know?
That's awesome.
Those guys really built me up and showed me like what it takes to actually be a pro skateboarder.
Oh, for
like,
sure.
You can be talented, sure.
Yeah.
And maybe you'll get some breaks and the talent will carry you so far. But really it's meeting people, looking them in the eyes, like letting them know who you are and sweating with them and knowing like, yo, that dude loves skating like I do. And he rips. Yeah. So we should lift that person up.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, hell yeah.
So like I learned that through them. And then Barley hit me up because he always was super cool to me, man. Skater Island days and stuff. Seeing Barley. And then from there I rode for Birdhouse, which was breaking up with Fibro was so hard. But I called him and he totally understood and was super cool. But it was literally like breaking up with a chick because like those guys were my family. Like spent so much time with those dudes. When I had nothing. I had zero.
Yeah, that
literally
must be tough for any like amateur pro skater in your situation, going from a team and then switching, especially if it's like a good home and like you fuck with everyone there.
It was super heightened with me too because I was literally homeless at this time.
I got you, yeah.
Like I didn't have, like my mom was running wild, literally in the projects, disappearing for days and like didn't see her for weeks on end, and my dad passed away, so like I didn't have like a father, and my mom was out of the picture, and I literally was sleeping on my friend Bob. Shout out to Bob Costa. Choo, choo, choo.
Hell yeah.
He was a filmer as well, and just a legend. I was sleeping on his couch at the time because he knew I didn't have nowhere to go, so he just took me in, and he would film with me all the time. This dude, Bob, just worked a 9 to 5. Like, no, it was a graveyard shift at grocery store.
Oh, okay.
I think he might even fucking own the thing now. Like he worked there for like 40 years.
Oh, hell yeah.
We used to give him so much shit because we just wanted him to go skate and film.
Yeah.
And he's trying to get sleep, and we're just like,
let's go film.
I had nothing to do but skateboard. He's let me stay there. We're just keeping him up at night. We're such dicks.
Well, shout out to him, honestly. That's crazy.
You need those people. Yeah. So like the breakup with Fibro was so harsh because like literally Steve R was like my surrogate father. Like he was helping me learn how to be a man, basically. You know? And he did a great job because like I didn't fall off and get crazy or end up in doing drugs and like crazy shit. He kept me focused on skateboarding, which is the goal, you know. So that was kind of harsh, just having to break up with them. But then rode for Birdhouse, and then Birdhouse to New York. But Seamus was the orchestrator of all of this.
Okay.
He was team manager at Fibro and filmer, and then he talked to Donnie. Donnie talked to me. And then we worked out a deal that Westgate, Susky, and me would all go to Birdhouse.
Oh, okay.
So at one point, Birdhouse had the sickest team. It was me, Donnie Barley, Brandon Westgate, Aaron Susky, Brian
crazy.
Sumner, Jeremy Klein, Willie Santos, Sean Eaton, Matt Ball, John Goman. It was like we had such a stacked team.
Yeah, that's a lineup.
I'm probably missing people too, but it was so heavy. But Seamus worked that whole thing. Then Birdhouse was going good for a couple years, and then Seamus, behind the scenes, we used to call him Darkman. That was the guy in the industry that would be in the shadows making the moves. So he worked a deal for me, Susky, and Westgate, and Barley, all to go to New York.
Okay.
And New York had deep pockets at that time because they're selling a shit ton of clothes to Macy's, and the shoes were popping off too.
I remember getting all my shirts from Macy's back then.
Yeah, and the shoes were flying off the streetwear shoes and all that stuff. So then he worked out this crazy, like it was like sports type shit, you know.
That's crazy.
Like he took his fucking team of dudes and just like and worked himself into the package and got us this crazy deal with New York. And then we were just traveling the world for like years.
Yeah,
because that's all they did with New York was we would just constantly be on the road filming videos and stuff.
For sure. And this is probably my age, but I remember your New York skating the most.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Just it's probably my age because I'm 27. So
yeah, it just lined up.
It lined up perfect. Yeah.
Yeah. So then New York. So that was like so cool because I was still with Brandon. Me and Brandon just. Fibro, Birdhouse, New York.
That's so sick.
It was crazy too because when I quit Birdhouse to ride for New York, we didn't tell Brandon.
Oh, okay.
Because like I don't remember why, but we didn't tell him right away, and I quit, and he was like mad nervous because Brandon was literally like my family. He's my family. Yeah. He's my little brother. Like and he was so upset, like teary eyed and shit. Like he's like, "What's gonna happen, dude? Like we're not gonna be on the same team." And I was like, I wanted to tell him so bad. Like,
you just didn't.
You're coming, dude. You're coming. I think there was some holdup or something. Seamus was like, "Don't tell him yet." Or
just in case or something.
Yeah, there was something that held it up where I couldn't tell him right away. But I already quit, and he knew. And I was like, fuck, this sucks. And I felt the same way. I'm like, we're not leaving Brandon. Like, he's the G. You know? And he's a GOAT. He's one of the greatest skateboarders. Fun fact, at one point, Brandon was so young and his parents like couldn't be there, and they're going through like a breakup and stuff, that Seamus had to become his legal guardian.
Oh, okay.
The team manager. And Seamus signed the legal guardian paper for Brandon. He signed it, but he signed it where the mother would. So, like, our running joke was that Seamus was his mother. Brandon had his mother. Seamus hated it. Because we used to always give Seamus shit. Because Seamus was like, he was in the box.
Yeah.
Seamus skated, but it wasn't like he wasn't like us, you know?
Yeah. No, I know
he was more focused on business. He really was good at it.
Yeah.
And working deals and being team manager and all that stuff. So, like, he was very rigid. He had a bunch of savages like us, so he had to, like, put, like, all these restraints on us because we were just running wild.
Yeah, for sure.
We're, like,
I could see that.
Little kids riding for, like, the biggest company on the East Coast at the time. You know, flying all over the world. So he would always, like, we looked at him like the enemy at times because he's just the guy giving us all these fucking rules, you know?
For sure.
So Mama Deegan, shout out.
Hell yeah.
In hindsight, we were just pricks, but whatever, you know?
Yeah. You need someone to keep you in check. Especially you guys were all pretty young at that point, right?
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah. We were fucking... It was wild, dude. I remember Brandon, and this is when we rode for York, Brandon and Zara just getting wasted, and this was when we just got on York. There was like a weird thing when we first got on York, because like Zara ran the show at York.
Oh, for sure.
Like he was their star, and he was the young dude, and he was just like the young bull that like the older dudes were like propping up, because, you know, it was like the changing of the guard. Like there was the old York team, and then Zara came from Chatham, Cape Cod.
Yeah.
And he was just like this mega talent, this new wave, this new generation. And he was like one of the best in his generation, still is, you know?
Yeah, he kills it still.
Yeah, and he came and he just like, York put everything on Zard, like on his back. And Zard was such a beast that he just handled it, you know? And he had all the team on his back, basically. He was the rising star on Zoo. And then all of a sudden... Seamus works this crazy deal where it's me, Susky, Westgate, and Barley comes into York.
Yeah.
So it was like a clash of just like power struggles.
Yeah.
I avoided it all because like I know better.
I feel you.
And I don't like drama because I like grew up with it. So I'm like, I don't have an ego in that sense where I don't compete with other people. I like compete with myself, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
I don't really get jealous of like other skaters. Except for Nigel, obviously.
Yeah,
and
everyone has that.
But mostly his shorts make me jealous.
Short shorts.
Yeah, because he's so free. Imagine it. Imagine if you could just one day.
Yeah, his
are
extreme.
Yeah, they are.
Like I wear shorts. I love, especially when I go to Edge and in the summer. I love shorts, but it sucks when you do fall in shorts.
Yeah,
it's terrible.
That's what I realized on one of the podcasts was like. It's a fashion choice, which makes it even weirder. Cause
there's
it's not like you're winning all the contests.
Yeah, I heard you say that actually. It's not like
but it's
every
true.
contest he's winning.
It's not function.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
There's every dude out there. People win that shit with pants on. So that means it's a choice.
Like baggy ass pants too.
Yeah.
Like heavy shit.
Yeah, like full looking sick.
Yeah.
Not looking like fucking he's wearing lingerie out there.
For sure. I mean, it's definitely
all roads lead to Nigel's shorts.
With the Olympic skating, it definitely seems more of like a outfit for that, if that makes sense. You know, like
it's weird though. It's a weird fashion choice.
For sure.
You could just have normal shorts and that would make more sense.
Yeah, but I feel like he skates in sweats too. Nothing against it.
No, like street skating.
Yeah, but like I don't know if I could
contest, does he?
I think I've seen him in sweats too.
Really?
Yeah, and I'm like, I couldn't skate in sweatpants.
I mean, he's winning either way. We're talking about
fucking Nigel.
We're talking about his fashion.
Yeah,
he wins.
He wins. It's Nigel Houston.
He wins everything. So funny. Yeah. So, I got derailed on the story, but so Westgate and Zara got into a fight.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Zara like choked him out in front of like the America team when Brandon was on America.
Oh shit!
And just like somewhere in Europe. We're just all drunk and like they just started like, and I don't think Westgate wasn't even competing with Zard. It was all in Zard.
Yeah.
Zard was just young and like, Zard's a powerful dude.
Yeah.
Like he's very focused and he's very good and like, He's like, no, you're not coming. And it's that New York mentality, too. It's like, you guys aren't just coming in here and, like, taking over New York.
Yeah, I feel
And I
that.
get why he would feel that way, because there was 4 of us. It was a mega team coming in, you know?
Yeah, it's not like one person. It's like, oh, shit.
Yeah, it's like...
It's a whole new roster.
All the emphasis was on Zared up to that point, because he was just on the next level.
Yep. For a long time, I remember, like, him on most of the posters or stuff like that. You know what I mean?
It's because he was, like, the step up.
Yeah.
There was like, I remember that happen. It doesn't happen that much anymore.
Yeah, yeah.
But there was like changing of the guards at a certain point. There'd be breakthroughs in skating, and young dudes would just be like, yeah, they're undeniably better than all the other pros before. And they're amateur. And you're like, fuck.
Do you feel like you see that happen now or no?
I don't feel like that happens now.
No?
I feel like everyone's just good now.
Yeah, okay.
Regardless.
That's a good way to put it. Everyone's just fucking crazy good.
Yeah, there's just so many good. Skating has expanded so much that all possibilities are like continually breaking down on all fronts.
Certain people skate like a video game now.
Yeah, I mean, there's some definitely robotic people and some shit that's so crazy.
It's like shit you'd see 10 years ago. It's actually happening now. You're like, wow. I'm not saying I agree with it.
Yeah.
Because there's some crazy shit. You're like, all right.
It blows my mind, dude.
Yeah, it blows my mind. But it's like, is it actually like core skateboarding?
Yeah.
Depends, you know?
Yeah. Some shit's just too robotic for me or too much. Like, it's a matter of preference now.
For sure.
Which is beautiful because everyone can find their thing, you know?
Absolutely.
For me, it's always been like, my favorite skating is like big dudes for whatever reason, like Brian Anderson, Steve Nesser, Aaron Susky, like larger dudes that do like clean, solid, like basic tricks.
I got you.
Like a dude doing a big ass front blunt.
Just proper as fuck though.
Yeah, like so solid, good style, like just lumbering, but like powerful. Like that's my preference.
Hell
you know? And some people just like crazy fucking, like I don't even care about like people grinding, like Jamie Foy, amazing skateboarder.
Yep.
Not taking anything away from Jamie Foy. Unbelievable. Never met him. Or I've probably met him, but I don't remember. Yep. I know I've met him somewhere in Florida, I'm sure. And he's probably the raddest dude. Yeah. So I don't want to take
he seems rad.
Yeah, I don't want to take anything away from him at all because I'm not. But like his skating to me is like so unrelatable.
Yeah, because
it doesn't even do it for me.
The big handrails and
too many kinks. Like it gets lost in translation.
Yeah,
sometimes even with the super tech dudes, I'm
and
like,
that's okay to say because it's not. You're not taking anything away from him. You're like not relatable.
The beauty is that they can find. There's a lot of people that are into it.
Yeah,
clearly that's why he's successful. 100%. You know, on whatever levels.
No, like I'll see it and be like, that's so sick. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Unrelatable though.
Who's some of your favorite skaters?
So I would say.
Like, who'd you grow up being like, oh, this is a sick part, or this is, like, someone I like?
I love the Baker videos. Baker 3 was sick.
That's a lot of personality-driven stuff.
Yeah, so, like, Andrew Reynolds is definitely one of my favorites up there. That's why I kickflip, because I like his frontside flips and kickflips.
I mean, all of us.
Yeah,
Reynolds
everyone,
made a huge
Andrew
impact.
Reynolds. Antoine Dixon, too. He's a
legend.
He's awesome. Dustin Dolan. I'm going to name some other people that aren't on Baker. But those 3 are huge. I watched them a lot growing up.
Yeah, that's sick. And they're not like the techest dudes. They all have their strengths and whatnot.
They have their strengths, yeah. No, not too tech.
Not the biggest handrail dudes.
No, for sure. And then like Mike Mo Capaldi.
Yeah, Mike Mo's legend.
He was really, really good. I remember when his fully flared part came out.
What'd you like about him?
Honestly, I liked his switch and his ledge skating.
Yeah, smooth,
his switch flips were awesome.
Yeah.
I love those. And then just anything you do on a ledge, whether it's an ollie or switch, you'd have some tricks.
Yeah, legend. Destroyer.
I'm trying to think of someone different. Someone who I'm forgetting.
That one was different than the Baker squad for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Do you like any crazy, super kinky handrail skaters?
Jamie Foy, he's definitely, I feel like one of the most popular right now. If that makes sense. You know what I mean?
He's on fire. He's had like
he's
7 parts.
I feel like he's really trying to get Skater of the Year.
I was gonna say,
stuff,
I feel like he probably should.
Yeah, because he's killing it. But this isn't really a big handrail skater, but David Gravett.
Oh, he was.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, like, he's older now.
Yeah, he's older. But like I remember watching his Creature part mad long ago.
Yeah.
Or no, I think it was his And Now part.
Transworld.
Transworld and Now. It had like him, Malto.
Yeah.
Who else? Nick Trapasso. Nick Trapasso's part was so sick in that.
I wonder what happened to Nick.
I don't even know, but his part in that video is one of my favorites. I just loved his style.
And Now, right?
Yeah, And Now. That was a good video. That's what made me like get onto Malto.
Malto is
Sean
sick.
Malto, yeah, he was sweet.
He was a little like he was behind me a generation.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't know. I can't say, like, he wasn't, like, my favorite.
Yeah, for sure.
It's weird because, like, when I got into skating, people that were younger than me, I was watching them skate.
Mm-hmm.
And I always thought they were older than me.
I got you.
It's weird.
Got you.
Like, because I started watching skating. I don't know how to say it. I don't know what I'm saying here.
That pretty much sums it up, though.
Yeah.
It's like a lot of the people I'd watch.
David Gravett, Matt Miller.
Oh, dude, his part was sick,
Richie
too.
Jackson.
I forgot about Matt Miller.
Matt Miller used to ride for Zoo with us.
Yeah, he was on DC and Zoo York.
He's the GOAT.
Yeah.
He's the nicest dude. So funny.
His pop is
fucking
crazy.
Unworldly. Kenny Hoyle.
Yep.
Trapasso, Malto.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a solid lineup.
That was a good video. I remember that was I was already into skateboarding a good amount when that came out, like skating all the time, but I remember like waiting for that part to come out.
2008.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, Transworld had a run of videos that were so sick.
Hell yeah.
I miss the Transworld videos.
Yeah, those are sweet.
I don't even remember the last one they put out.
I don't either, to be honest.
My favorite might be Modus Operandi. Such a good one.
I gotta take a look.
Dude, you do.
Yes,
you do, bro.
Take a look. I'll take a look tonight.
You probably, nah, you never seen it?
I might. I honestly think if I saw it, I would know, though. That's kind of weird with skate videos like that. If I've actually watched the whole video, I remember it.
Yeah.
But I might have seen like a clip from it or something.
You got to like go back.
Yeah.
I'm like that too. Ty Evans, John Holland filming, 2000, Mark Johnson, Chaney.
Oh, hell yeah.
Mike Carroll, Brandon Anderson.
Mark Johnson's another one. His fully flared part was like freaking an hour.
Yeah,
or
Mark
like
Johnson's
30 minutes.
a goat.
He had so much footage, and it was all good footage.
Oh, he's a legend.
Yeah.
He came out on the podcast early on.
Wait, really?
Yeah, Mark Johnson.
That's sick.
Type in the SHETLER show, Mark Johnson. You'll find it.
That's sick, man.
Yeah, that was an epic episode. I hope he's doing good. I remember he was doing a brand, but I don't know if it's still around. Business and Company. I think that was the name of it. Business and Co.
I haven't heard of it.
Yeah, I don't know if he's still doing it, but he's such a legend. I hope he's doing epic.
Hell yeah, man.
There's a lot of dudes like that. Like, that's actually why I started the podcast initially, was because we went from DVDs and magazines where people made their names and careers to this internet coming.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of older dudes that were just going to get left behind in skateboarding because they didn't understand, like, what was happening.
Yep.
So I was like, well, I'm going to start the podcast so they can talk and, like, have a voice. And, like, I can talk to them and, like,
hell yeah,
they won't get left behind. Because there's so many legends that, like, they couldn't adapt to the internet. They just weren't used to it.
That's kind of, I'm not even going to lie, I am younger than you, but I suck with internet and my phone and shit. I'm like a caveman.
Yeah.
It takes just to edit a video. I'm not even talking about a video. I'm talking about like an Instagram video. I'm like, what the hell's going on here?
Yeah, like a monkey banging on your phone.
For sure.
But yeah, there was tons of legends like that, and I had a lot of them on my show that I was like, yeah, these dudes, they're just not built for this world that's coming, you know?
Yep.
But like maybe I can introduce them to it, like through a podcast and talk to them and like have them on, share the story, and then we'd talk after. There's a lot of dudes I would have like hour-long conversations after the podcast, just kind of explaining social media and how it worked. Because I was kind of privy to it.
That's needed, though.
Yeah,
it is.
I was an early adopter with the social media and all the internet. I kind of saw it was coming, you know?
Yeah.
Like I was saying earlier, I had the first skateboard podcast.
Yeah, that's sick.
At least that's what I thought. I don't know if there's any other ones. Zoo York was making podcasts, but they were video podcasts, like skateboard video. They were just calling them podcasts.
Yeah.
Like the edits we'd put on YouTube.
Yeah, but it wasn't like a
sit
up
down
like this.
Yeah, no. But yeah, I'd have all these dudes on, and I'd hash it out with them.
That's sick.
Try to help them figure it out, you know?
Think it helped?
Some of them. Some of them made the transition.
Yeah.
But either way, it was like, well, we can have these interviews out here so people can hear, like, what you did in skateboarding. Because, like, print and all that stuff was, like, gone, you know?
Yeah, true.
It just, like, fades away. It's not, like, it's hard to transition to digital. Mm-hmm. Now you got the interview online.
Yeah, no,
people
for sure.
will never find the mag, but now you can just come on and talk, you know, and you're part of the new world, you know. There's so many dudes that have so much value for skating, but they don't get to share it because they get older and they don't know how to, like, build it into their life.
Yeah.
There's a lot of pros like that.
Yeah, for sure.
Because skating was a lot different when you would get sponsored and these companies would, like, get you in the magazines and videos and stuff. And then when the internet came, it was like that all went away. And if you wanted to be involved, you had to kind of build it yourself with the internet. Like, you had to build up your own following. You had had to build up your own skate world and keep it going. And dudes like didn't know how to do it.
Yeah, for sure.
They didn't know what to do or how to do it, and like didn't want to do it on some levels. Some people, you know.
Some people don't like change either.
Yeah, that's partly what I'm like, getting at.
But I don't know. I think it's like for you owning a skateboard company now.
Yeah.
Do you think it's better or worse? I think, like you were saying earlier, it can make you kind of do your own thing more.
I think it's anything you want it to be. Like,
True.
it depends on the individual. For me, I have this, like, and I'm not trying to build myself up, but this is just how I am. Like, the way I grew up was so chaotic.
Yep.
And, like, you know, full of violence. Like, my dad got shot and killed when I was 12, and my mom, like, did heavy drugs and disappeared on me, and like, so I grew up with that at a young age. This is all before 12 years old.
Yeah.
And I like, my dad kidnapped us twice.
Yeah, I gotcha.
He literally drove up to our school and kidnapped us from my mom, because the courts would always give us back to my mom because she's the woman, and my dad was in a gang and they knew it. My mom could kind of hide her drug problems, you know.
Yep.
So like, that was all the way up until 12 when I found a skateboard. Dale showed me a skateboard, and I was like, this is my escape from all this.
Yeah.
This is fun. Dale's cool. I've met so many people just like that from skating. Like, Dale introduced me to his crew.
Yeah.
And then he showed me all these magazines and videos. So I was like, there's all these people that skate. It's like a language that like they all speak.
Yep.
And like anyone can do it if they just put their heart into it, and it's you and your board and how you can manipulate it, and you can get as good as you want, or you don't even have to get, if you just want to go out there and throw your board around.
You can do whatever you want too.
It's
you don't got to
open-ended.
skate a park. You don't got to skate
no
street.
coaches,
you can do
no
whatever.
rules. Yeah, it was. So I was like, this is exactly what I need, because my life was just pure chaos, and I needed something that I had some control over.
For sure.
I didn't need any like coaches yelling at me.
No, you wanted something you could dictate.
I was so emotional that I didn't do good in organized sports because I couldn't control my emotions.
Yeah.
I tried out for a basketball team, and I was pretty good at basketball, but like I just like had emotional issues. I couldn't show up all the time. I had a lot of fucking things going against me at the time. But anyways, I got into skating, and it was just like so beautiful. It was exactly what I needed. So because of how I grew up, and when I found skating, it was literally my silver lining, and it's just improved my life since then. Constantly. Yeah. Like, skating's been an endless joy, an endless fountain of youth, joy. Just like, so I'm always like, and I've always been burning with optimism. Like, I don't know, even through all that crazy shit with my parents, like in my life, I used to like pray all the time. I mean, I still pray to this day, but like I used to pray like at the darkest points of my life, and I would just be like, please, like, make these things better. And I always had this feeling that things would get better. Yeah. And then like as soon as I found skating, it started to actually get better.
Hell yeah.
I didn't have that like dark feeling anymore. I had to fight through all that fucking depression and shit, but skating really helped me do that. And so like I don't really like, skating's always the best to me. Yeah. The industry's always the best to me.
Hell yeah.
It's always doing well.
Yeah.
Even like, and I've built everything from the ground up, so like I can downsize if I need. Yeah. And I don't really care, because I'm not like chasing after being the best fucking thing ever. Yeah. Like, I'm just trying to build something sustainable and do rad shit with my friends. Hell yeah. And I want to do shit around skating and our dreams and make videos together and shit like that. So like, with or without sales, this shit's happening. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Because it's more than just...
That's what makes it like genuine, though. That's what makes even people that care about skating or not, they'll freaking look and see it. It's genuine. You're not doing it for the dollar. You know what I mean? Yeah. Which is, you can tell. I remember even telling you like a couple weeks ago, I was like, your graphics are insane. And you're like, yeah, I put all this money in. I'm making my graphics. You know what I mean? Like you don't want to just like sell to what appeals to, you know, everyone that doesn't skate. You're like, I want to do what appeals to me.
Exactly.
Which that is huge, that you have control over, you know, what you're selling and what you're putting out. That's huge. Yeah. And a lot of companies probably don't have control like that.
No, they don't. Because when things get too big or gets really big and there's a lot of people, it's like
you're going through 5 people, 10 people, 20 people.
Like I was saying, there's money people and you got to appease them, and it's all that stuff. Like, it happens, you know. You can do great things with that too, because I enjoy 100%. Like working with big companies and when they have budgets and shit. But you gotta like give the skaters some control and vision. Otherwise, it's like, because we bleed it. I live fucking skateboarding. Yeah, like it's more than just $1 to me. If it's just $1 to you, that's fine. I want to make you a bunch of money, but we got to do it off of like people that actually skate so it has
sure.
a heartbeat. Because
Yeah,
otherwise
yeah.
it's just going to be a flash in the pan. If we're just chasing trends and shit like that, you'll have like 2 years of success, and then the trends are going to fucking fade.
Yeah, then it's all downhill.
Because they don't understand skateboarders inherently get out of boxes and change shit up. That's what we do.
Yep.
We're constantly trying to like be flexible and adaptable and change things. We don't like being stagnant. We don't like being caught in boxes. That's why we skateboard, so we can break all the rules. And
Yep.
at least when we started anyways, like when I started, it was like, yeah, I can do whatever I want. People don't give a fuck about me. They don't even care about skateboarding. I do. This is my secret little world.
Yeah.
And I can go fucking break trespass. And we're doing the epic shit. It's like,
Hell yeah.
We're fucking lighting up spots at 4 a.m. and like breaking the law, but getting clips and breaking out. No one's catching us. And like, we're just like, there's no fucking coach telling us when we got to be this, that, but we're still getting shit done. Like, we break all the rules and still be productive and build epic shit, you know?
Oh, hell yeah.
So like, to me, it's like, yeah, it's all my money. I've funded this whole thing. So it's like, yeah, we're going to do what the fuck we want.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Hell
like,
yeah.
no one's going to tell us how to do it. And we'll live and die on that sword.
Hell yeah.
Sometimes things are really successful and other times they don't fucking work. And we adapt and learn, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
Part of business, you know?
Part of life.
Yeah, life.
You know?
But that's like, you know, that's what you got to do.
100%.
I've seen too many people just chase trends and do all that shit. And sometimes they get really successful, but then they just hate what they're doing.
Yeah, and what's the fun in that?
Yeah, because but to me, it's like skating is way more than just like, it's way more than just the dollar. But I do chase dollar. I work hard at making a lot of money and being successful because we can do amazing shit.
You need the money to fund it.
Yeah,
you know
we can include more people. We can do epic shit. We can go on tours. We can get, it can, I already know where I have visions and dreams of where to go, you know? But it's a balancing act. I don't want to just be like a whore to get that.
Yeah.
I want to do it at a pace that we can manage with people I give a shit about and produce shit that we care about.
It's kind of like a manageable pace too. Like we were talking about way earlier. Like, don't grow fucking way too big just to downsize. You know, start here and work your way up.
Inches add up.
Yep.
And you'll learn how to manage those inches over time.
Absolutely, man.
Because it's a process, you know?
Yeah.
It's a unfolding. Your life is an unfolding.
So looking back to like 2010, would you ever imagine this to this scale?
I've been dreaming this for so long.
So you've
you've
manifested this for a while.
I still have, like, this is the beginning.
Hell yeah.
We're not even close to anywhere that I've been dreaming about.
No, I'm just saying it seems like it's going pretty good, pretty gradual for you, which is sick.
Yeah, it's been amazing.
Like everyone knows All I Need Skateboards, especially around here.
Definitely.
Everyone knows who you are.
We're definitely, if not the biggest, one of the biggest skateboard companies on the East Coast.
Yeah, that's sweet.
Yeah, and that's where we started from. We started New England, expanding down to Florida. We have distribution down south, Texas.
Yeah, that's insane.
Out to the West Coast, you know, through the Midwest. And still growing, you know. Obviously, our biggest fan base is our biggest like influences in the East Coast because we skate with people and see them all the time.
Yeah, exactly.
And from Maine all the way down to Florida, you know. So, yeah, I'm eternally grateful for what we've built and that we are still going. And we have such a strong team right now. It's awesome.
It is.
There are a lot of young dudes, but they're all like learning. Like we put out Wilder, and it's like their first video parts, and now like we're still working on the next video, and they've already stepped their shit up. So like the next video is gonna hit even harder, and it's been so much fun being out in the streets and filming and shit.
Hell yeah.
We're about to do a New England Am in January at the Edge.
Nice.
Yeah, we're bringing that back, and
that's sweet.
We're working on making that the biggest contest, the biggest New England Am we've ever done. That's like our goal.
That'd be awesome.
So we're aiming at that, and we're going to include all the skate shops like we have in the past, reach out to them as sponsors.
Hell yeah.
I'm really stoked on that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Because it's like the best way.
And when was the last New England Am? I remember them back in the day.
Oh man, it's been a few years just because the pandemic and all the chaos
slowed things down.
Yeah, it was kind of hard to throw events, and then like I had Wilder, and so like it's been years. It's been a couple years, but we had like 6 or 7 in a row. You know.
Yeah, no, I remember going to one in like 2012, I think.
Yeah.
2013, something like that.
Yeah, I'd have to go back and look when the last one was, but
my buddy Thomas skated all those.
Oh, rad.
Thomas Willett and Giovanni.
Yeah, I know Thomas.
He used to be an edge rat over there.
Yeah, that's rad.
Yeah, dude.
So what's your goal with your business and everything? Where are you at with it?
Just right now I'm not really trying to like grow. I'm actually downsizing. I had a few more guys and trucks the last 2 years, but just keeping it profitable.
Yeah.
That's really it. I don't care.
Perfect.
I don't care how much work I have. I just want to be able to make money, save money, pay my bills, stay healthy, things like that.
That's a good position to be in.
And I'm still young, so it's like, I don't know if in 3 years I want to scale up or scale down, but it's good that I have the opportunity to do both.
Yeah, you don't have so much. It's good that you don't have so much overhead that it's not too hard to downsize. Cause
for sure.
That happens, you know.
Yeah,
people
for sure.
spend so much of their time and effort trying to downsize that they don't have anything to level it out.
Well, I was renting a shop too. I got rid of it this year. I got downsized, so I had a shop which I was spending like $1,300 a month on.
Wow, that's a big
crazy.
Nut. Yeah, that's
crazy.
a huge nut.
Where now that I don't have.
What are you doing? What's the spot now? Do you have?
So it's the same spot. I just don't rent a bay. I've rented like a 20 by 40 bay before.
Okay.
With like a bathroom and electricity and shit. It was sweet.
Yeah.
But the shop itself didn't really make me money. Just stored my stuff.
Yeah.
So now I rent at the same spot. I just have a smaller spot.
Okay.
For parking, my trailers, my trucks.
Beautiful.
Little shed.
Yep.
So I can keep everything out of the weather.
Yep.
So, but that was huge because last year was, definitely just, a bill you got to pay every month. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like I said, the shop isn't like a truck where it makes me money. It just stores stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The shop itself, it's not like I'm making money there.
Yeah.
So it's not like your warehouse where like you make money here.
Yeah.
Mine was literally just to store stuff after work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where I make all my money at the jobs.
Before I moved into this, I had that other location.
Yep.
And it was like, I had a relationship worked out with them where I didn't have to pay them rent, but I did have to exchange my time for them with them.
Yep.
So it was kind of like the same concept.
For sure.
It's like I couldn't get any further ahead because my time was ate up just securing the spot.
100%. Yep.
So now that I was able to take the leap and move it in here, it frees me up,
Yep. Which, I mean, I like it more because it's not, I don't know, I can do, not say less, but I don't need to get as much stuff done and have so many guys to bang out projects just to pay that rent and everything else every month, you know what I mean? Because with my business too, I'm pretty slow from January to March. So it's like if I don't do good throughout the year, I need to make sure those months are still covered either way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
So that's just another thing. Those 3 months going by adds up.
Yeah.
So
that makes sense. Well, it sounds like you're in a good spot. Now you've like kind of got rid of the overhead and you're able to level it out.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And like every year's different. Like a couple of years ago, everyone made a lot more money, I feel like, especially in my business, where this year, like my landlord for my shop, he owns a tree company.
Yep.
Where even in March, he was like, yep, it's going to slow down this year. Think about it.
Yeah.
And he owns a big tree company where even he has gotten dramatically slow this year compared to, the last 3 years.
Yeah.
So it just happens.
It happens in skating too.
Yeah, for sure.
That's why I'm happy that I haven't like extended myself beyond what I could manage and the help that I do have managed.
Yeah, for sure.
Because skateboard industry is so up and down. You know?
For sure. Some days you might need 2 guys to help. Some days it's just you. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And like it's crazy too because we went through COVID and everyone had that cash that was given to them.
Yes, for sure.
So it gave a lot of people like false like growth.
Yeah.
Because there was just this flush of free cash into the people buying skateboards and having free time because of COVID. Like they needed something to do and they got handed money from the government.
I noticed it that year too because everyone, well, it was COVID. People were kind of at their house more. So, and they got money. I had so many jobs that year just getting people's yards looking better, patios, this, that, because everyone had the money. And they're stuck at their house, so they want to do something to their house to make it look good.
Yeah, they're staring at their house.
So, like, 2020 was actually a great year.
Yeah.
Like, money-wise. I thought it was going to suck. No, it was actually great.
Yeah,
because everyone had extra money. Everyone.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was a weird world, man. It was like a UBI. Like a universal basic income. Like, they just gave everyone money.
Crazy.
You ever think of that concept?
The UBI?
Yeah, if we all had a universal basic income.
I've never really thought about it.
Like if it's so, I don't even like saying it, but like I've thought about it. But like if the government just gave everyone like $1,000 a month, enough to keep you out of poverty, just at the poverty line. So if you wanted, more, you have to work for it. But your essential needs would be covered. Yeah.
I think that'd be good.
I think it's coming.
Yeah, like I think
maybe down the road. I don't know how fast. Cause
Yeah.
I don't know how much I believe in these technologists. Like they're all selling us like a ton of my shit. Although Elon just released a bunch of crazy shit.
the robot.
Yeah, like a bunch of crazy shit. 30-gram robot that gets you hot coffee. Like,
What threw me off with that, which I like the robot, but he's like, yeah, if you don't want to watch your kids.
yeah.
Like, I don't trust that at all.
No, that seems terrifying. Malfunction, baby.
It reminds me of iRobot.
Yeah. I bet it could be pretty epic though.
No, I think it'll be good.
If you had like, if you just woke up. Oh, dude, I watched this video.
We gotta wait and see, you know?
Oh yeah, you don't want to be the first. And then you wake up and it's murdering you in your sleep.
Or it gets you like a hot coffee and pours it on you.
It's not what I asked for. Just hot coffee on your crotch in the morning. Yeah. I saw a video of Elon talking the other day where he's like, so with the Neuralink, the chip in the brain, they can link it up with the technology of the humanoid. So you could have robotic arms through the chip can like communicate with your arms.
Dude, that might be insane.
So
actually.
it syncs with the robot.
Can it work with your feet?
I'm hoping it works with my cock. Instant erection for hours. just kidding. Yeah, he was saying like limbs, like people that lose their arm or whatever, they could literally get like the implant in their brain and it could sync with the robotic arm and you could have an arm.
So imagine people get that and they start just doing like kickflip back tails without even skating.
I mean, we're already at the point where it's like fucking ridiculous. If skating gets any more ridiculous, like I'm just going to be like tune out.
Yeah. It's like,
I'm going back to simplicity. I'm already at that point because I'm fucking 41 and I'm past like the whole like the chasing the gnarliest banger.
Yeah, no, for sure.
I'm past that.
Oh,
but
you
like
are.
Jensen is all about it because he's...
Dude, even at my age, I still am like, yeah, I'm getting older. And I skate with a lot of 22-year-olds, and I'm like, I'm not 22 anymore.
You're funny because like when
I wish I was, but
I was like 28 and I was grinding like 16 stair rails.
Yeah, you're different than me.
I also skated like my life depended on it because it did.
Yeah, no, you skated some big shit.
And I like... But I don't have that in me anymore. I have it, but it's just a dream. Like I see big rails and I'm like, I could do that still, but I know I physically couldn't. But like mentally, I'm still like, I could jump on that.
You see it and you still scope it out.
Yeah, I'm like I can almost trick myself. I have to be really careful to like not get into those battles. I still walk the fine line on some tricks.
No, but I remember even like 2019 when I was going to Edge. That was like right before I quit. I remember seeing you skating there, and you were like, not saying you toned down now.
How dare you?
You know, no, you toned down now.
How fucking dare you?
You still kill it, but I remember back. I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
Like,
no, I agree.
Insane, but that's before you had your kid and
it's true.
Everything. You know, you could kind of skate like that.
Yeah.
And that was still like almost fucking. It's like 7 years ago, 8 years ago.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I have the fire's always there.
Yeah.
It doesn't go out at all.
Do you skate the big rail anymore there?
I did the other day.
Hell yeah.
But I tried to backgrind it in first try and bailed, and I was like, that was scary.
So this is the trick I remember you were working on back then. It was, and you did it like every try. Switch salads.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was badass.
Thanks. Yeah, I've done some crazy shit on that rail.
But I think back then it wasn't the round bar. It was a flat bar.
Yep.
What do you think about that? You like the round or the flat bars better?
Round.
Yeah, I do too.
I convinced them to change it.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
I feel like everyone kind of likes that better.
It's just less limiting. Like a square rail is harder to lock into on certain tricks.
Like Smiths.
Yeah, and feebles and shit. They just feel, you can do it, but it doesn't feel as good as like a round bar where you just kind of mush in. And
there's less friction, so you're kind of...
Yeah, you're not grinding on
dragging.
The edge of some thin edge. You're grinding on a round bar that your truck, it just kind of molds into it a little more. It's weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm a round bar guy all the time.
Yep.
All day, every day, bitches.
It's weird too, because like growing up, I skated flat bars. So you think it's easier, but it's not. Like back 50s on a round bar, I think are a lot easier to lock in.
Yeah.
Where flat bar, same thing, but I feel like you have that much option of falling over. The amount of times I've fallen over on a flat bar versus a round bar is crazy.
Yeah, there's more play on a round bar.
Yeah.
Because you can hit it and move the truck around and it can still hold it in. With like a square one, I feel like if you get a little bit of your wheel on, it's just going to shoot you right off.
For sure.
I agree with that wholeheartedly. Sick, man. Well, anything else?
I don't know.
Fucking Is Diddy guilty?
I don't know, man. Shit. Fucking Diddy.
Dude, Facebook rabbit holes, dude. I'm like looking at this shit and I'm like, oh my God, all these rappers, everyone's connected. Fucking rabbit hole. They're all molesters. It's like the government's full of pedophiles. What is going on? Is it true? Is it fake? The fucking world is crazy.
He could be guilty. I don't know.
It seems that way.
It seems.
I didn't know
weird.
for a while because like all the rumors came out first, and now they're just starting to have news articles.
Dude,
I can't even trust the news.
It's the fucking baby oil. That's the weird part.
That's the memes everywhere.
It's like, what the fuck?
Like, I don't know.
You had like 1,000 bottles.
Is that true or
like
is that just made up?
I think it's true.
Oh man,
I don't know. I can't say for sure.
Imagine
but that's
those
crazy.
orgies. Fucking stuff.
I think I saw a meme where it's like, and I can't say it. Like it's a meme, but his lawyer's like, yeah, well, we're Americans. We buy everything in bulk.
He's at Costco getting oil, pallets of oil.
It's crazy.
Like, it's a bit much of baby oil.
Yep.
Yeah, fuck. Sick, man. John, it's been awesome hanging out, man.
Thanks for letting me come on. It was fun.
Yeah, dude, and we might be skating this weekend, so I don't know if you're free. But
I'm free, dude. Yeah, I'll hit you up Friday. Or no, tomorrow. Are you skating or Sunday?
I think I'm trying to skate tomorrow.
I'll text you.
We'll talk after the pod, and we'll make this line this up.
Make the arrangements.
Yes, sir. And thanks for supporting All I Need, man.
Absolutely.
It's cool, man. And I'm glad. It's cool that like you're down and that you actually get to link up and hang out and come skate.
Always
and,
down.
Podcasting and just like. And
always down.
You're a real one, so I appreciate it.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Sweet.
All right, peace, my G's.